Hi guys, welcome to Planet Therapy. Remember, this is a space where you have essential conversations about self-love, work-life balance, and also well-being. Today, we have a guest with us, the wonderful Tavian, but you can call her Tay. I met Tay at an event. It was like, when was it? A couple of months ago, isn't it?
Yeah, it was definitely summertime.
Yeah,
around summertime, yeah.
It was like a creatives event called Nourishment. It was really cool. We met a lot of different creatives and we bonded. I formed a friendship.
Yes.
And I thought it would be great to have you on here. So thank you so much for joining us, although I know it's really early in the morning.
Yes. We're not morning people.
We're not. We discovered that.
Thank you for inviting me though. When I literally saw the time, like I said to you, I said, okay. 9 a.m. on a Saturday. 9 a.m.
No.
As in, I live in Lutonia. Oof. And I have to come to the city.
the city. No. But you did it. And I'm grateful. And yeah, we're just going to dive into a few things. So I guess why not actually just start with telling us a little bit more about yourself, who you are, what you do,
yes,
etc., etc.
Okay, so I am a compliance analyst. That's just my 9 to 5. And on the side, I write. So I have a blog and I'm also doing script writing.
Okay.
I have 2 scripts on the go at the moment. And I don't even think I told you, I actually helped one of my friends shoot her first pilot for her show.
Really?
Yeah, I was assistant director for the day for the first time ever.
Okay.
And that was really, really cool. So I'm doing that on the side.
Yeah.
That's literally just started this year. And I've just been trying to be really intentional with it, putting myself out there. And that's my main focus, really, is the thing on the side. My work is work. My bills are paid. I'm thankful, but that is like my main focus right now.
No, fair enough. That actually makes a lot of sense. So just kind of scaling back a bit, what is compliance? And like, because I'm wanting to get into like data analytics. I work as like a data engineer and stuff like that. But I never heard of a compliance analyst. So what does that like mean? So
a compliance analyst, I think it's such a big umbrella as well, because when I was job hunting. When I was job hunting and I was seeing other compliance analyst roles, I was like, this is not what I
want.
This is a lot more broad. I'm more on like the auditing side. I do it for like financial services. So it's basically the legal part of the company, making sure that the regulators that the company has to adhere to, we're following their rules that they've set out.
Okay.
And make sure we don't get fined, and make sure that we have our own policies in place that adhere to the rules and regulations that that regulator has put in place for the company. So, yeah.
That actually sounds really serious.
Yeah, it actually is. I don't think I deep how serious it is. I feel like if anyone at work was to meet you, they'd be like, oh, Tay is just so chilled, man. I don't think I deep how serious it is until I see people getting fired for not doing what they're supposed to do. I'm like, right, this is serious. I'm like, let me make sure I'm doing this.
What I'm doing. Yeah. No. Okay, that makes sense.
But I am on job. I am on job with my job. I actually am. But yeah, that is compliance analyst.
No, fair enough. I guess, how do you find this actually is working in general? Just like having that, say, are you in the office and stuff like that?
Yeah, so before lockdown, you're in the office every single day. I don't know how I could go back to that now.
You know what? Because my job now is hybrid, but it's like 1 or 2 days in the office. And I'm like, thank the Lord, because I can't do that.
You can't
5
do that
days.
every day.
I can't.
That whole concept of getting up and going to work every single day, it's lost now in my head.
It's gone, but they're trying to bring it back.
Oh no, not to me.
No, because there's so many jobs and I was applying for jobs here, and there's like 5 days in the office, 4 days in the office, and I'm like, there's no need. We had a whole lockdown.
My friend works in somewhere in like central London, and during the summertime, her workplaces do a 4-day week.
Oh, is it?
So it's like, is it a 4-day week, or is it? No, they finish earlier during the summertime.
Oh, okay.
But there's another friend of mine that does do a 4-day week. And I'm like, why is your office doing a 4-day week and my office is not doing a 4-day week? There's no need for me to be in the office like that much,
there's not.
or there's no need for me to work that much. I should just work 4 days. But at the moment I'm doing hybrid, so 2 days in the office and the rest of the days at home. And it's fine. Like, it is a bit long going into the office now, I can't lie, because the traffic on the M1 is disgusting.
Oh, do you drive in from Luton to London?
Yeah, but it's northwest, so it's not that.
Oh,
it's
okay.
not that. It's not. Every time I say that, people are like, oh, it doesn't matter then.
Oh,
but
no. It's still the morning traffic. Listen, I lived in Luton.
The morning traffic is terrible.
Long.
It's terrible. Because before I started driving, I obviously would take the train.
Yeah.
But yeah, I drive in now, but it's okay. Everyone's kind of like, since the whole pandemic, everyone's kind of just in their own world. When you go into the office, no one's really... you can tell nobody really wants to be in the office, but everyone
it's like,
is
hi,
just...
the normal smiles, corporate smiles.
Yeah, corporate smiles. And yeah, that's just it. But working in that sector, I don't know. It's just work.
It's just work.
Yeah, it's just work. Yeah.
No, fair enough. So I guess, like you did say, your main passion is, let's say, script writing or just writing in general. How did you first get into it?
So I always wrote poems and I guess just write out my feelings just throughout the years. It's funny that you even asked because I went on my blog, my original blog, that doesn't have my name attached to it.
just your hidden
vulnerability.
Yeah, real.
My first post was in 2014.
Okay.
And I had made another blog with my name actually attached to it, and I actually don't know when I made that. Maybe like a couple years ago. I made another WordPress with my name attached to it because I wanted to actually just build up my confidence and just post my stuff out there with people knowing that it's me.
Yeah.
And I would always just have these ideas and have these thoughts or concept of like a story or film, and I just write them down. And I would always go to my friend, one of my friends, and I'll just tell her like, oh, I have a cool concept for a story, like just sit down and listen to it.
Yeah.
And then one day we're just sitting in her conservatory and I told her like a story, like an idea for like a movie or whatever.
Yeah.
And she was like, so why don't you just do it? I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
She goes, yeah, why don't you just do it? Like, why don't you just like write it? And that idea seemed so beyond me.
Yeah.
I was like, what do you mean? Why don't you just write it? Like, how dare you?
Why are you telling me to do something like that?
Why are you telling me to do something like that? Like, trying to set me up for failure, waste money.
Sorry.
No, that's
real.
It's real.
It's like,
that's my real reaction.
Yeah.
It's like, how dare you? I'm like, it's easy for you to say. You're an artist, you know, she paints and stuff. And I'm just like, I don't like the way you're talking to me. But I really understood
where it came from. Yeah.
And I was like, let me look into this thing. So I go on the Google.
Yeah, to Google.
And I'm like, what is this even called? And I'm like, oh, it's called screenwriting.
Okay.
Because I was like, what do you do when you want to write a script? Yeah. And it said, oh, like there's screenwriting courses.
Okay.
I said, okay, that's cool. And I started to look at courses and stuff like that. And when you actually find something to make what you are thinking possible, I don't know if you ever get like this, but do you ever start to bury your head in the sand?
Oh, yeah. I'm like,
okay,
this is actually feasible, but I don't like how feasible it is.
I don't like that this is doable right now. Someone close my laptop.
Because you know what it is? Because then you realise it actually takes work.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know I have the time for this right now.
Yeah, because I'm looking at courses and obviously the university courses pop up and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, that's not an option. University is not going to pay me. So I need to find another option. So I found an online short course for beginners in screenwriting. And I said, you know what? Let me just do it. It's cheap. And let me just do it to see if I like what I learn. Okay. So I did it and I was like, I like this, because in the course they made you like practice writing like a scene. Okay. Made you practice writing like a plan for characters and stuff like that. So I just took one of the ideas that I already had written down in my notes and just expanded off of that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is actually possible. I can do this.
Yeah.
And I started to think, okay, so what are the next steps? I said, no, the first step is to write the script. Okay. So I said, okay, how do I write a script? And I found, I literally Googled that.
Yeah.
And then it came up with screenwriting platforms and that has the whole format. So I started to watch videos on what is a professional format of a script. And I started to watch videos of what platforms are like more used and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I literally did that. And I said, okay, I'm going to start. I said that for about 2 months. So I'm going to start. And before I actually physically started, I just storyboarded. So I bought a literal story not chalkboard, the corkscrew board thingy that you can pin things in. Yeah. And I started to like write things out and draw things out in order of how I'd want the story to go.
Yeah.
Write out all the characters. I actually started to put my mind in this whole different world. Whereas before it was just notes, you know. But because these ideas have been in my head for years, it was normal
to just get it onto
paper. And then I bought the screenwriting book and I started reading that. And I said, okay, let's just get started. So literally, I just got started at the beginning of the year because I did the course last year.
Yeah.
And that's how long I was
thinking about it. But you know what? That's fine because it was obviously meant to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, literally. So I literally started physically writing at the beginning of the year. And I said, in the meantime, I need to put myself out there. I need to be around, I guess, people that are doing this. I need to be around creative stuff, you know, and get to know people, and people get to know me. So I just started to look for like events and stuff like that. The event that I met you at. Yeah. And I met so many good people there as well. And yeah, that's where it all started. So I'm literally in the thick of it now. It's so hard.
It's hard, but you're also inspiring a lot of people. Because even with me, like talking to you actually inspired me to get back into poetry that I haven't done in years. And our little conversations about it. I was literally
reading one of your thingies the other week. On Medium.
Oh yeah, listen, because I just take it and whoever reads it, reads it. But honestly, it's helped me so much, like put like my emotions onto paper. So I really relate with you with that.
Thank you.
That is cool.
I've been enjoying reading your stuff as well. I'm like, oh, what's the tea today? How is Marcus feeling today?
You're like,
I'm like, oh, that's what's going to make me happy.
No, because honestly, and even when I'm sad and I write it, I'm like, oh, it actually looks good.
Yeah,
put it on there because some people get a bit worried. They're like, Marcus, are you sure this is like? And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm fine. I just let it out. Like, understand this is just me letting it out. But thanks for checking in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So since you started writing and everything like that, how have you found, let's say, processing your emotions or just getting yourself out there more with that writing and script writing and everything?
Like writing in general, like writing poetry and blog posts and stuff like that has always been my outlet, whether people know it or not. Like that's always been my outlet. And even stepping into the whole realm of being seen with that alone is very scary. Because when I started when I made my second blog, is it WordPress? Yeah, my second WordPress. With my name actually attached to it. I actually made effort to write in the about me box.
I always ignore that.
Yeah, I always ignore it as well. I'm like, what do you mean about me? Mind your business. Mind your business. You cannot trick me. Why you want to know me for?
Sorry, no, you're actually too funny.
Sorry, backwards.
No. You're doing it, go on.
But that was so scary. Yeah. Because when I go through my original blog post stuff, I'm like, David, I'm just going through it. Like, people going to see this and think you need help. But I said, you know what, it is what it is. So I did it because I recognize, I guess, the state that I was in or currently in, or the things that I've learned and gone through. And I accepted it as good.
Okay.
I read the things that I read back, and I said, there's pain here, but there's so much beauty here as well.
Yeah.
Because what I'm reading from 2015, 2016, 2018, I'm not this person anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm writing from a different perspective. Like, I still write to regulate my feelings. And I'm like, wow, this is actually beautiful. This is actually nice to even understand that I went through this and this is how I felt, but this is how I'm feeling now, you know? And that's what really pushed me to be like, no, like, why are you hiding yourself? Like, it is okay. Accept this part of yourself. And part of doing that was making the blog with my name attached to it, was me accepting that this is me and I have these feelings. Because I feel like sometimes you walk through life and you think that things that you are feeling is not normal.
Yeah.
But it is. Like, people feel things, you know?
It is real. Like, we've all done this life once. And it's hard. It's hard.
Like, sometimes we're watching things. Like, you know when you watch, like, traumatic things or things that... like, I don't know if you've seen Euphoria.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't actually watched it, but I saw one scene with Zendaya's character.
Yeah.
She was a hot mess.
Oh. She goes through it.
She goes through it. I was watching it and I was like, this is so real. This is not pretend. I don't think people realize when you are watching things on this television screen,
people go through it.
People go through this madness. So I digress. I don't know what I was talking about now.
No, you're talking about how writing is able to like help you process your emotions.
Yes. So it helped me accept that the things that I'm feeling, it's not pretend, it's real.
Yeah.
And it is normal to feel these things and it is okay. So, so going through that, I said, okay, what else can I do to keep pushing myself out of my comfort zone in the process of healing, in the process of going through life, accepting changes, accepting grief, accepting all of these things that are happening. What else can I do?
Yeah.
And then obviously in this life, you want to grow, you want to achieve things and stuff like that. And in the journey of life that I've personally been on, I got to a point where I was like, okay, what do you actually want to do? Like, I wrote out a list of things that I like doing, or that I thought of that I might like doing. And writing movies or creating movies was one of them. So I literally ticked that off the list because I was like, I want to see if I can do this. I want to see if this is something that I can achieve, even though it's something I've never done before, even though put myself out there and I guess put my voice out there is not something that I'm used to doing. I want to do it just to prove to myself that my words matter, my ideas matter, and my voice matters. So, yeah, it's been hard. It's scary, especially with just going back to just the poetry and blog post side, because that's literally your personal feelings.
Yeah.
Whereas screenwriting is just so creative. You know, everyone's so creative.
Everyone's so creative.
Have you seen that woman?
I love her videos.
I love her videos.
Because the dishes are actually creative.
It's
I'm
mad,
like, why would you... Anyway.
It's mad. Sometimes I'm like, stop wasting food.
Because why would you think that came into...
Anyway. So that's more creative. Like, that's literally in a non-existent world that you have created in your head.
Yeah.
Maybe you've brought some experiences or truth to it, but it's made up.
Yeah.
But with the blog post, it's like, that's you. That's raw. That is people seeing you. Like, for real, you know? And that is so scary because people don't know how to manage other people's feelings.
They don't.
Look a weird man. Like, they don't.
They really don't.
Yeah.
And I relate so much, because even when reading some of your blogs on Medium, I'm like, I can relate so much to this. And it's just like, when
I'm so glad.
No, honestly.
Sometimes I feel like an alien.
And you're not. And I feel like when people that think deeply and they put it into art, like what you just said, some people actually don't have the capacity sometimes to acknowledge it. So I think your idea of even going into screenwriting to make it somewhat palatable, it kind of, it's an extension of that. So that's why it's just like, well done, because it's not easy, especially as a black woman entering these spaces and also trying to just figure your own life out whilst also just even helping other people. It's a lot.
It's so interesting that you've even said that, to transition from doing that to make how I feel palatable. Like, that is so true, because I remember one time I was going through it, man. I was going through it and I was like, God, what do I do with all of these feelings? Why am I feeling so much? Why do I have this ability to feel so much and even understand how I'm feeling, even though it's shit?
Yeah.
Even though maybe this shouldn't have happened to me, or this shouldn't have gone this way.
Yeah.
But I have understanding towards that. What do I do with that? Like, what do I do? And I feel like screenwriting has always been calling at me, or creative writing has always been calling at me, because I feel like that's a way, like you said, I can transition all of these words that I have to say about my life and my experience or my outlook on life into something that is palatable and digestible. And it's so funny, because when I was going through college and stuff, when I was applying for unis, I actually applied for creative writing.
Really?
Yeah, I actually did. And I wasn't actually able to go to uni because I didn't have a British passport.
Okay.
So my visa had restrictions on student funding. I would have to have applied as a international student, and I didn't know that at the time. They literally called me in college. The student loan people called me in college, saying, "Oh, so when are you going to make your first payment? We're calling to sort out the payment." Yeah, I was literally like, "Pardon?
What do you mean?"
Yeah, what do you mean? Like, I have open day next week. What are we talking about? Not literally next week, but it was coming up. And I was like going to visit unis and everything like that. It was either broadcast journalism or creative writing.
Okay.
So I knew I wanted to do something
like that.
And she said, yeah, you're going to have to pay for every year.
That's wild.
I said, how much is every year? She said like 10K or something like that.
Excuse me.
I said, right. I said, why? She goes, oh, you're an international student. I said, but Papa Jesus, international where? International where? I'm in the UK.
Like, I'm here. I've been here since.
Where is the international?
That's based, you know?
Yeah, I said, no, but you're rude and outside. Where is the international? Where is it? I'm here. Am I not? Have I not been here since I was 5? How dare you? And I said, must be a mistake. So literally, I got home and I booked an appointment to my solicitor's office. Me and my mum went down to the solicitor's office.
Sorry, I'm not laughing. Because it actually sounds so official.
No, it was actually it was official business.
Yeah.
It was official business, and I used parliamentary language. When I got into the office, I said, excuse me, madam, but something must be wrong here. I'm applying to the universities.
Yeah.
And I'm applying for creative writing. And these people are calling me and telling me I have to pay each year. Bear in mind, we had just gotten that visa not long ago.
Okay.
Like, it probably was like maybe... We've had that visa. It lasted 2.5 years, and we was in the 2.5 years.
So I had only been a problem.
I had just gotten a job.
Okay.
I was 17 at the time. Now I got my first job when I was 17, and then 18 at the time probably.
Yeah.
And was it 18? Yeah, I think so. It's so long ago. I'm 29 now. But
really?
Yeah.
I would not have thought that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that. Let go.
Take that. But yeah, I've just gotten a job. Like, I haven't been working that long.
Yeah.
My mum had just gotten a steady job, because before she didn't have a steady job because we didn't have a visa before. Let's be real.
Yeah.
So we was in the battle of getting this temporary visa that we had to apply for every 2.5 years. So my mum just started working. So we are literally broke as a joke. We are in this British poverty, you know. We are in not just British poverty, but we're in this British migrant poverty. Like, we're migrants. So how are you telling me I have to pay 10K?
It just was never happening.
It was never happening. I said, so I'm not going to university then. And the woman says, oh yeah, your visa has restrictions. I said, so why you never told us this when we applied for it? Why did you not take off the restriction, considering how long we have been here and have been fighting to be here? and you are also taking my taxes from my pay.
That's a joke.
So how on earth? So going through, like having a flashback of that when I decided to do this, I said it's always been in my heart to write, because I originally wanted to even do that when going to uni. But throughout the years, it's just kind of been stripped away. So when my friend said that to me, when I was sitting in the house telling her my ideas, when I think of all of this, I'm like, okay, maybe this is something that I definitely should do, but life has literally been like curveballs left, right and center all of the time. My focus has not been this. So in having that in mind, it's like I have to keep pushing myself out of this box that the curveball life has like kind of pushed me in. And even though it's hard, even though it's like people are seeing me, it's like, okay, but I haven't even been able to see myself for such a long time.
Yeah.
So why not just try it and do it, you know? So yeah.
No, that makes a lot of sense. And it's crazy how something that was years ago you've been trying to do and now you're here.
Yeah.
So honestly, well done with
Thank
this.
you.
A lot of people have given up a long time ago.
I was hanging on
just a little bit.
by a thread when I heard the 10K.
You're like, forget it.
Wow, 10K per year. Who even has that?
That's like, what, 30K then? Ooh.
That's crazy.
God forbid you had to... Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, going to change gears slightly, but it's going to feed back in and you're going to see why. So what would you say is... Like, how would you describe, let's say, self-love or work-life balance in your own eyes and opinion?
I would say this whole work-life balance thing, I've realized some people don't like work-life balance, you know. I get it, like, grind, get to where you need to be, but you do know you need to take care of yourself.
Yeah. Because
this life won't take care of you unless you take care of it, because why is your job calling you outside of work hours? Why are you opening up your laptop and sending an email outside of work hours when I'm
not
sorry, but
paid?
I'm not being paid for this. And also, I wasn't there when you just did your startup. This is not my company. Like, if I'm being completely honest, I do understand it when you find that career that you are definitely like obsessed with and engulfed in and stuff like that. But I feel like balance in life is such a necessity. Like, even when on Friday, when I signed out, I literally put my laptop away because I'm like, I don't want to see my laptop.
Yeah.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to breathe it. I don't want to hear it. I
Anything to do with it.
Want to. And I think it's because, literally. I think it's because I've been working since 17 as well. It's just kind of like, this job will not come and kill me.
100%.
So with work-life balance, I'm just like, okay, what can I do in order to make sure I know that I am still alive?
Yeah.
And I say that in the sense of, like, my spirit is still alive.
Yeah.
To do the things that make me feel happy. Because it can't always be about work. I've watched my mum work her butt off so much to the point where, like, she's in her early 60s and she's so fragile now. And like, her back hurts, her feet hurts, like her feet are swollen and stuff like that. Like, her body's being impacted, and I'm just like, wow, like, is it that worth it? And obviously she didn't have as many opportunities as I'm able to have now. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make sure that I get to work in a way, or I'm doing work in a way that's going to benefit me. So I'm not going to overdo it on things that I know I'm not really attached to, or things that I know I'm not going to be invested in long term. So I love that I have a job. I love that I'm able to pay my bills. But it's like, if I can't see myself going somewhere there, I have to try and do my best to, I guess, grow myself somewhere else, or maybe grow skills there and be able to maneuver them around somewhere else, you know. And I think that is, was it work-life balance you said?
Yeah, no, you answered it.
Yeah. So I feel like having more time to be able to do those things and figure that out is what is essential. So I'm not going to take overtime. I'm not going to take calls outside my work hours. I'm not going to have my laptop open checking emails and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Luckily, my job, I don't need to do that. But I be seeing some people's jobs be requiring them to do stuff out of hours. And it's not even a fact of unless you are paying me. It's a fact of this is still my life.
Yeah.
I can't, like, money doesn't rule my life. Like, I'm not going to do it just because of money. Because then I'm still putting myself aside in order to do this thing, you know? It's about not doing that. Don't put yourself aside to be so engulfed in this thing that's actually not feeding you.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And as for self-love is very important.
Very important.
Very self-love, guys.
Love.
But yeah, it's very important. I would say how I see in life these days, I feel like on social media, they are putting self-love as to be such a, what's it called? It's something that you buy. Yeah, like self-love is not...
Like, treat yourself.
Yeah, like self-love is not... what is the word? I keep forgetting this word. Self-love is not about consuming, like consumerism.
Yeah.
Like they say, oh, self-love, self-care day, going to get my nails done, going to the spa, going to do something that requires you to buy something. Like, oh, self-love, I bought this Yankee candle, I see a lot of stuff like that on socials, and I'm just like, what if you don't have the money to get that stuff?
Then why you can't have it?
Self-love doesn't equal me buying something. And it reminds me of, you know, my wife and kids. The dad, Michael, he loves just putting on a game, having his tray that has popcorn, his chips, his drink, and other snacks, and sitting there and watching the game. That to me, when I watched that, I'm like, that's his self-love. That's him taking a moment to take care of himself the way that he likes. And I feel like that's what self-love is, recognizing where you are in the moment and I guess catering to what need you've recognized that you needed. So, for example, if your life is chaotic and you are around a lot of people and you are constantly talking to a lot of people, resolving other people's problems and stuff like that, your self-love towards yourself would be withdrawing a little bit and making sure that you are taking times out in your week to cater to yourself.
Yeah.
Whether that be turning your phone off, putting your phone on D&D and doing something that you like, watching a funny show, eating your favorite snack, listening to your favorite song, reading your favorite book, whatever. It's about recognizing where you are and feeding that.
Yeah.
And it's the same as if you are kind of isolated and you've been inside a lot and things are not going well, but you recognize that you need community.
Yeah.
Then step outside of your house, go to your people, whether it be your family or your friends or whatever. You don't have to hit up the finest restaurant. You don't have to jump on a flight and go somewhere, you know.
Be nice. But
It'll be nice. It would be nice.
I could do with a flight.
I could do with a flight too, but that doesn't mean that's going to fix my problem.
Yeah.
What is it that I actually need? I need community, or I need fresh air. I need a different environment. And I remember listening to Issa Rae. She's a actor and writer. And she was talking about like the creative journey and stuff like that. And she's recognized how she works best. Yeah. That she doesn't like to write at home. That she writes best when she's she actually did say she writes best when she's abroad.
I know. Maybe it's a peaceful element to just away from it. But
I took that as like, I can't write at home.
Yeah.
I hate writing at home. I sit at home at my computer all day.
Yeah.
And I can't remove one laptop and replace it with another laptop.
Yeah.
I will go mad. So I take myself outside of my environment and go to a cafe.
Okay.
They don't charge me to go to the cafe.
No, they don't.
It's for free. I might buy a little something. But I can, it's a nice environment. I pick certain environments that give me a certain calm feeling. And I just go there and I do my best, you know. So I feel like self-love is definitely just all about identifying where you are in that moment and giving yourself what you need in that moment.
No, I really resonate with that.
Yeah.
Like,
what do you do for self-love?
I take baths. Like, literally, I'll make it a point. If it's not every Sunday or something like that, I go have a bath. I light candles.
Yeah.
Listen to music, read a book or journal.
Yeah.
Like, whilst I'm in the bath. Or I don't do anything and I just listen to music because I feel like my weekends are just a lot.
Yeah.
So I just felt I want to do something that is by myself, if it's alone, and I just can just have time to think about my week or just think about
decompress.
Nothing. Yeah. And I find that it just helps so much. So I think that's my point where I'm like, okay, I'll take a bath or I journal. So like I like writing down what I've been thinking, what I've been feeling, whether I journal in my notebook or I journal through poetry.
Yeah.
And that kind of just helps me again like decompress, because like you just said, I think self-love is something that should be a practice, not something you feel like you earn it. And I think how you described it, where it's like consumerism of buying this, buying that, it's like you feel like you earned that right to buy it. And sometimes it could feel nice in the moment, but it also should be a practice that you do something actively to make sure that you can sit down and be like, okay, I can chill.
And I think as well, in your mind, in doing that, you are showing yourself that self-love is easily attainable. Not something that, like you said, you have to work towards. Because if I feel like, okay, self-love is hopping on a flight and going to Greece, but there'll be a time where I can't do that, then now I feel like I can't attain taking care of myself. I can't attain self-love. I can't tend to my needs right now because I can't afford it. But that's not the case. It's literally a general practice. Like, I even remember at one point, I was like, I need to get out of my house and just go for walks. So I started on my lunch breaks, making sure that I get out and go for walks, whether it be summer or winter. I'm like, no, I need to get out because I'm sitting here for too long. And now that is literally a calming thing that I do. I go out and I literally walk all around Lutonia.
Sure. There's actually loads of places to walk in Luton.
Yeah. Farmlands.
Sometimes it's not the best place, but it's like there's a lot of places.
Don't shade.
I was there. I lived there. There was a good portion of my life. I was always in Luton.
Oh my days. So, you're not a real hatter. You're not a real hatter.
And that's fine.
That's fine.
But that's cool. I like
I'm
that. I'm glad. So bad. But that was really cool. So it's like your active way of like showing self-love, like going on walks and stuff.
Yeah. I like to go on walks. Obviously, I go to the gym. I've started like blogging that now, I guess. Is it vlogging or blogging? Documenting. I've started documenting that. But yeah, I go to the gym as well. But the simple things that I do is like, I go for a walk. In the night times when I'm trying to wind down, I literally play jazz instrumentals and I open my window just so I can see outside. And it's just so nice. I'm like, this is a simple thing.
Simple. I get it.
This is just simple. And I'll like open up a book or I'll journal. Sometimes I'll just sit there.
Just think.
And just clear my mind. I'll think about everything that I want to think about. And I'll have a visual in my head of me picking all these things up and throwing it in the bin. And I'll just sit there and decompress and let go of everything. I guess it's like meditation, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. No, because when you said visual, I'm like, because that's actually quite powerful. Like when you actually think of something, okay, what do I want to get rid of?
Yeah.
And then it's like, when you can visualize that, it's like, okay, now it's gone.
And I even I use that time to ask myself tough questions. Like things that are going on. I'm like, why did you do that, Tavian? Where did that come from? Or what made you think of it like that and stuff like that? And I think about all these things and I talk myself through it and I help debunk what is reality and what is false. And I understand more of how I feel. And even in how I'm feeling, is how I'm feeling or the reaction to how I'm feeling warranted. Do you get it? Because I can feel how I feel. It's like, why are you feeling this way? Is it okay for you to feel that way right now? So I just do all of that and then go sleep. By the time I finish decompressing, I'm like, I'm ready to go sleep. Yeah. But sometimes my mind just does race throughout the night as well.
I get that all the time. Sometimes I wake up at 5 a.m.
How I counteract that is just play my jazz music and just winding down. It actually does help me wind down. If I don't do that, then my mind will race.
No, that makes sense. Like, it will
but there's different ways of like understanding how to love yourself. Just identify what you need as a person, as an individual, and cater to that. So if you need to go out at nighttime and walk or run. When I was little, actually, this is a funny story. When I was little, I was feeling emotional and it was raining.
Stop. Stop.
But why are you laughing?
No, because I could just picture.
I know what.
Wait, just go on.
It was raining and I was like, I just want to feel free.
Because if you just little kids just running in the rain.
I literally left the house and I just ran down the street.
That was literally a picture of like a little girl just running.
That was literally me, and I was drenched. Did
your mum cuss you out?
Of course, she didn't know I left. It was nighttime.
Oh, stop.
So when I woke up with a cold, she goes, yeah, that's why you should drink mint tea at morning time. I'm like, everything's not mint tea then.
No, but I love a good mint tea in the morning.
Mint tea is good.
That's my morning, bro. I can't do coffee. Mint tea. In the office, they know me. Then go right to the
mint tea. Herbalist.
Something at night, it just calms you down to
a long journey. It does. Yeah. But I definitely caught a cold.
Yeah. So that's why you got to be safe.
So you got to be smart. You got to be smart.
But that's cool. I guess, how do you make sure, because you're doing two things that are quite opposing in a sense, like obviously your creative writing and also being a compliance analyst. Sounds so fancy, by the way. How do you make sure there's a balance between the two so one doesn't feel neglected or you also go through your passion with writing?
I think for me, I don't know if it's because I take work.
Trying to find the right words.
Find the right words. I don't think work could ever be neglected per se. But it's hard. I don't think
you're so organized with work that it doesn't bother your writing.
No, it does. That's why I said, I'm trying to find the right words. Work is, I keep things simple at work.
Okay.
So there will be things where it's like, I won't overdo it. So if certain projects are going on and things like that, I'll just be like, if I'm honest, I'd rather just deal with what I'm dealing with, my normal workload, rather than take that on because it's just more to think about. But it is very, very hard to balance just working your normal job every single day and trying to do something creative, because by the end of the day, your mind is kind of numb. Your mind is kind of numb and it's like, okay, I've just been thinking about this for 8 hours. Even on my lunch, I was thinking about this in terms of like work. Because on my lunch, I'm like, okay, checking the time. What time do I have? How much time do I have left to get back to work? So after I sign out, it's very, very hard to switch yourself back on and be like, okay, like my passion, or this is something that I'm interested in and this is what I want to do. It's very, very, it's just difficult. I can't even, right now, I am struggling with that, like massively. I have had help. So I went to this other event and I met this girl who's now my friend. And she's also a writer. She's writing something and she's also an actress. So we do like accountability meetings each week.
Good.
Yeah. We do accountability meetings and that kind of gives me something to look forward to. Even if I haven't written much, it's like we coach each other or just talk to each other saying, okay, maybe you could do this, maybe you could do that. Or she gives me an update on where she's at. I give her an update on where I'm at and why and stuff like that. And read each other's work and things like that. So that is very, very like good. That keeps me going. So I think having someone there to talk to that is doing something similar that you are doing is very, very important. But as for actually trying to balance it, I think it's just a matter of having a lot of determination and willpower. And I think that's something that honestly I'm trying to build a lot more because when you are working, it's very, very hard to stay disciplined and determined when you spend the majority of your time doing. If work is your main thing, it's very, very hard to kind of switch that off and go to your creative space, because if things are going wrong at work or just in life, it's hard to spark that creativity sometimes. Sometimes you can feed off of it, like in the times that I do write my blog post, it's because I'm feeding off of something that's going on in that moment. But that doesn't hold any longevity.
Yeah.
It's just in that moment. Whereas when you are trying to actually, I guess, write a story or something like that, or create, is something that you have to kind of feed continuously. But for 8 hours of the day, I'm doing something that has nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
Those 8 hours, I'm being drained. So where am I being fed? Do you get it? That's why in the in-between, I try to like go to events and stuff like that to kind of feed that creativity. Even if I go to like a theatre play or something, or I watch something, I'm trying to feed my creativity. But it has been hard to navigate, and it has been hard to get used to. It's the first time me doing this, so I'm trying to navigate it the best I can. I had a meeting with a producer one time, and she said, sometimes just step away. I said, what?
Yes.
This is how things are meant to get done, girl. But she said, sometimes step away and live. Because your experiences and your ideas will come from you living. And I was like, oh, okay. So just step away and live. Got you. In the moment, I'm like, what can I do with this information? But over time, I've started to understand when I actually have just stepped away and just lived life, like continued going to the gym, done work, still continue to communicate with people and like go to events and stuff like that. But in that pause, I am then being inspired. I am then feeding that creativity. I'm writing notes on the side, so when I do go back to that piece of writing, I have something to go back with, or I have some sort of idea. So I guess that's just how I'm navigating it right now. The accountability meetings definitely do help. So yeah, I'm still continuing with that. And yeah.
No, that sounds really good. Like, especially accountability, because that's something that is very difficult. And I feel like you're on two different projects that are really big. So it's really good that you have time to check in where you can, because this is a journey.
Yeah, it's a journey.
Definitely step away where you need to.
Yeah.
And final question. What advice would you give someone that's on their journey of, let's say, their career, but also want to have, let's say, a creative outlet, and just as you're mentally struggling, but you're also kind of working it out, what would you advise to someone doing that? So I'm going to add on to that as well.
Yeah,
and they might also not know what their creative outlet might be.
I'll start with that one, because that's where I started. And I think I'm even still half there. Is, I would say, if you don't know what your creative outlet might be, or you don't know just in general in life what you want to do, because I've been there for a very, very long time, or even not even thought about that, is start from giving to yourself. Start from pouring into you. Identify what you like doing. So if you like going for walks, go for walks. Start understanding that the things that you actually do like doing are very much attainable, and pour into yourself. So how I started was just literally giving myself the things that I needed. I started to take care of myself more, going to the gym more consistently. With going to the gym, I started to step out a bit more and say, cool, what else could I do with this? Let me start documenting it.
Okay.
I don't go in front of the camera. I never had social media. I said, cool, let's just start documenting, hop on social media and just do it as another outlet.
Yeah.
Create more outlets for yourself. If you don't even know what you want to do, just explore these things just for the sake of doing, you know? And so that was that. That's how I added on to, I guess, gym. And that helped me even enjoy gym more. pour into yourself. I started to read books that I liked more. I started to watch stuff that I like more and research the things that I'm watching because I like film. So with Issa Rae, I really do like Issa Rae. I like her story. I used to watch her on YouTube because she started, I don't know if she started on YouTube, but I started to watch her series on YouTube called Awkward Black Girl. And I just started to follow her journey a lot more and watch more of her interviews to see where she started from. And I really love Michaela Cole and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, if I like screenwriting and stuff like that, let me actually look into the two people that I like watching the most.
Yeah.
So I would say just continue to pour into yourself for the stuff that you like doing first, and something will stick, something will click, you know? Something will just start to happen. Because the more that you do, like in your doing, something will come out of it. It doesn't matter what it is, but as long as what you are doing is good for you and you know it's good for you, something will happen. If you say, I want to start baking, trust and believe probably by the end you'll start your own baking company. That was never even your goal in the beginning. Do you get what I mean? But something will happen. So if you don't know what you want to do, if you don't know where you want to start, just start with taking care of yourself. And everything else will follow. Start with your little habits and everything else will follow after that. What was the other question?
I feel like you actually answered it.
Oh, okay.
No, because even I'm taking that in as well, because I feel like for me, I don't know what I wanted to do, even in just career and everything. I just tried. I just did random courses. I just started reading. Like even this podcast, I only started it because I was just like going through it. And then I just started reading books about like self-help and just self-love and everything. And I really resonated with it. And I feel like I just had so many conversations with people. And it just a pile of things. Even like meeting you at the creative event, I was like, I actually like poetry. Why not do it? So then I started doing it. Then I started sharing it. And it's like, I don't know what will come from it, but
you're doing right. You're doing it because you know you're interested in it. You know, one, you've also done it before, but you never thought of it as anything.
Exactly.
But it's like just keep doing. Like even I was like when I wanted to take my writing more seriously, I was like, I do love poetry, but what is out there? So I started Googling what poetry events are out there and started to actually go to stuff, like go to open mics and watch other people and be in that environment that I just love, you know. And even I like paint and sips randomly. Like I really like paint and sips, like having a canvas there. So I like doing it myself and going to them as well. I just find it so therapeutic. So it's like even little stuff like that, I'm trying to say, like, just go to it then. Just like find them online and go. I even started doing Korean classes because I like K-dramas. And I'm like, I want to go to South Korea one day, but I want to go knowing the language a bit at least. So I started to do Korean classes. So I've actually done level 1.
But it's so inspiring.
So expensive. Thank you.
Oh, I can imagine.
It's so expensive. So when I my belly, sorry. When I have money again, I'm going to do level 2. But I have all the course material still with me. So every now and again, I just look through it and stuff like that. But that was something that I just liked and I added on to it. I'm like, cool, I like this. Let me learn the language since I feel like I'm learning it through watching it. I like it so much. Let me actually educate myself on it a little bit more by learning the language. So I literally went online. I said Korean classes in London because that's as far as I'll go. And I found them and I called them up, discussed it with them, sat on it for a little bit. I said, no, I'm doing this though because I actually like it. I don't need to justify it to myself. I'm doing it, you know. So I did, and it was a really good experience. And I can't wait to go back for level 2. So that's what I would tell people, just do.
Good. No, I love that. Thanks for sharing. Cool. I think that actually wraps up everything.
Yeah, cool.
It was really inspiring to have you on here. Like for me, I've learned so much, and I love these sort of conversations. And it went even deeper than I even expected. So I love that.
I'm glad. Thank you for having me. This is very much, like I told you, out of my comfort zone. But then again, this is what I'm saying. Like, just do it. When you asked me, I was like, why would I say no? Like, it doesn't make any sense. What would I gain from saying no? If that answer is nothing, then go with the yes. Do you get what I mean? Because you gain more from saying yes. So thank you for having me.
So guys, if you want to find Tay on anything, I'm going to tag your socials if you want that to happen.
Yeah, that's fine.
Ask me anything. But yeah, I hope you learn a lot from this episode as much as I have. And again, you can find us on Spotify, on YouTube, Planet Therapy. And remember to check out the website, My Planet Essentials. And yeah, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Take care and stay blessed.
Bye.